Hey yo, what's up everybody? It's Mathcraft again, and it's time for do another Q&A answers. So let's get to the questions. Next is Anna, the anime girl. Do you study anything specific in college? If you had to choose one food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be? Okay, for the first question you ask, kind of. I've been studying like plumbing class ever since I started the semester, and it's really gonna give me a headache. Like in the class, I was studying how like water heaters and plumbers and water closets and whatever has to do with plumbing. I do learn stuff, but it's kind of hard to understand more. And once I was in the class, my head hurts like so bad. So I am kind of studying and learning more about what's going in plumbing class in college. And for the if I had to choose one food to eat and for your rest of your life, that would be buffalo chicken wings with ranch dipping, celery sticks and carrots and even french fries from Wingstop if you're wondering. Well, that's that's your answer for me. Next is return to gotcha maybe one. Okay, but so your question is what made you start this channel? Well, I didn't start making this. I just started automatically. You see, back in 2020 during the pandemic, I was watching YouTube and this notification this like pop out on YouTube says to sign in YouTube and I click on yes and I just signed in YouTube automatically and I was nervous that my parents will find out I signed in YouTube. So I signed out a bit, but this is my first time to chime. Like I am so happy that I actually got my own YouTube account just because I've been asking one. There was that was so automatically. It was during the time when we had to do online classes, and my original account just signed into YouTube. It wasn't really much of a school account, so yeah, this is how I made my channel. At first, I was supposed to do source filmmaker as for short SFM videos, but I don't have the special materials to use it, so I use Gotcha Live instead. And that's my answer to you. Next is Gachalia. As a Mexican American who grew up with Tango music, what would you like to dance? What kind of music, including Colombian music? To be honest with you, Leah, I absolutely don't dance to any Mexican music ever since I was little. I usually find them annoying. I usually listen to American music, but there's some musics I listen in Spanish. Dímelo, Remember yeah, like the song and other Spanish songs from American music to Spanish songs. Well, I don't know if I want to dance to original and other like songs that's based on Mexican culture. I just don't listen to it a lot, and I usually listen to my parents' cars and my dad's truck. But I never got into any of those Colombian music. I just never liked them in general, and I'm supposed to and I had to respect it just for my parents listening when they're young, and that's how you. That's my question to you is my answer to you. Next is Sun Sheep of Light. Did you believe 2025 will be a good year? Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Hopefully, good things will come to us. Can you make me out a gotcha from Jeffrey? Maybe. I know you did post your gotcha OC in your post, but let me think about it. Next is Shooting Stars Products, aka X or Xavier. And he asks, Math, I'm curious, but how did you discover gotcha and the gotcha community in the first place? Well, it was like around like 2018 or mid 2019. I don't recall, but around 2019, I was scrolling on YouTube and I discovered the gotcha community on 2019. It was like so like different back then. At first, I found it a little bit weird at first, but once I watched a few videos of it, it was actually kind of fun. I was wondering what game is that until I read the title Gacha Life, and I was like, "Ooh, Gacha Life! I wonder what kind of community is that." So I searched it up, and it was a game that's you can make stories and and funny memes out of it, and I want to give it a shot. So around like January of 2019 or 2020, I think is what it was at around January of 2020. My we download Gacha Life on the iPad ever until then the pandemic starts. I start creating my own OC for YouTube. My old OC are so I was originally gonna use my old OC that you guys saw already, me as a Cuphead character, but I changed it a bit, just changed it a bit to look like the OC you guys know today. And ever since I start using it, I decided to use Gacha Life instead of using Source Filmmaker because it's more easier, and I make my own characters in the game, and I kind of enjoyed it. But until then, the Gacha community grew up more. There was like music videos, backstories, and other kinds, and I enjoyed them. It was so good until it's become toxic. Some gacha tubers, big and small, quit around around 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Like it was so sad. I was so sad to see those gacha tubers quit so early or late or whatever. Like it was like falling into a dark void without anything else. I want to feel bad for the gacha tubers that quit permanently, never to come back for another sequel games. But I do want to say I discovered the gacha community around 2019, right after I started YouTube. YouTube I started in 2020 of March 23. So yeah, I discovered the gacha community back in 2019 before I joined YouTube. And that's all the questions I have that I answered to y'all. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you post your next questions on the next Q&A soon.